In the shadow of an oak where the wildflowers lie, first saw her laughing under sapphire skies. Her hair danced with the wind, that old porch swing. Memories like dust on my worn out jeans. The sun dipped low, in her eyes aglow, set the world ablaze. Dreams only we know. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. Every sunset bleeds the colors she once drew. In this heart, her absence whispers through. Years flew like the leaves in the autumn air. That swing grew old, the oak stood bare. The cabin's quiet where laughter once played, only echoes of footsteps that slowly fade. Where once was a fire, now lies cold ash. Her scarf in my hands, under heaven's vast. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. And every sunset bleeds the colors she once drew. In this heart, her absence whispers through. Where our dreams once roamed, I wander with the ghost in silence alone. The prairie sings a lonesome, heartfelt tune under the same old moon she loved in June. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. As the night seals the edges of the lonely sky, my soul knows some echoes never die. So here I roam where memories and winds collide. The swing closed her eyes and part of me died in the twilight haze. Her laughter softly fades on this endless road where our past serenade. Out there where the oak trees mark the boundaries of our past, I found that old saddle, weathered leather, shadows cast. Beneath a sky that stretched as wide as a lonely heart can stand, I trace these gravel roads, soft echoes of your hand. Oh, that saddle left behind, like my heart upon these plains. Each stitch and scar a story of sunsets and rains. Now I ride the dusty trails where your laughter once had flowed, with a saddle left behind and the love it once had stood. This town's a whisper now, where your scarf danced in the breeze. Porch is empty, curtains still, no more secrets to appease. Fields where we once ran, now just wildflowers bending low. Every petal a soft reminder of what I had to let go. Oh, that saddle left behind, like like my heart upon these plains. Each stitch and scar a story of sunsets and of rains. Now I ride the dusty trails where your laughter once had flowed, with a saddle left behind and the love it once had stole. In the quiet of the night, stars bear witness to my sighs. Old ghosts in the wind and the truth that never dies. I'm a shadow in this twilight, just a silhouette unrefined, holding tight to memories like that old saddle I find. Yes, that saddle left behind in the dust of dreams decayed, a monument to moments and the price that love has paid. I ride alone neath timeless skies where my weary heart resides, with a saddle left behind and your ghost by my side. Oh, a saddle left behind and your ghost by my side.
Down by the river where the willows weep, she carved our names in the bark so deep. Underneath that old oak tree, her laughter rang wild and free. The dusty trails knew our wandering souls in the town where the church bell tolls. We danced through nights under starry lights, her voice in the wind holding me tight. But now the porch swings alone, the door softly moans, her scarf caught on the fence, faded and worn. And every sunset that bleeds into night whispers her name, her voice held tight. Roll like a lonesome freight through empty cabins and hearts that wait, where once her boots by the doorway stood, and now just echoes in a silent wood. The gravel roads they all remember, her smile and the fire's dying ember. But time it took what I held dear, left me with shadows when I reach disappear. Now the porch swings alone, the door softly moans, her scarf caught on the fence, weathered and torn. And every sunset that bleeds into night cries out her name, her voice held tight. Vast unyielding skies, I see her eyes and the stars that rise. And though I roam through this endless plight, her soul's a lantern in my night. Still the porch swings alone, the door softly moans, her scarf caught on the fence, threads bare and shorn. As the twilight concedes to the night, I hold her close, her voice held tight. In the quiet whispers of the night, forever her voice, forever held tight.
ride my horse just past the pine. The town looks smaller this second time. No signs of us, no porch light lit, just echoes of where ghosts once sit. I passed the church, the general store, where you once danced across the floor. But now it's dull, the window's gray, and folks don't smile or look my way. I left without a trace this time. No goodbye kiss, no borrowed rhyme, no letter carved on tabletop, no whiskey toast, no name to drop. I walked right past that broken inn where we carved hearts in busted tin. I asked the barkeep, she still come by. He said, "Whose son?" And that's when I died. I sat alone in that corner booth, the one she'd claim like gospel truth. I ran my hand along the wood where once she swore we'd always be good. I ordered rye like back in fall, said her name soft, just loud enough to call. A couple turned and gave blank stares as if her name dissolved in air. I left without a trace this time. No boot prints in the dusted line, no glances back, no cowboy lore, just silent steps on memory's floor. I brought her name like some old song, but no one knew who it belonged. It hung in air, then disappeared like a love that died when no one hears. I thought pain was missing someone, but worse is when the world forgets they ever run. So I left without a trace this time, not out of rage, not out of crime, just knew there's nothing left to find. When even ghosts don't seem inclined, I tipped my hat, paid the ride, and whispered one last soft goodbye. Her name fell flat, the world stood still, she's gone. But I was never real.
Out beyond where the oak trees mark the line, by a dusty trail her old wooden wagon lies. Years have worn the paint, the wheels no longer turn, where we'd watch the sunset blaze and talk of dreams to earn. The wagon cries in the wind like it knows about the sin of letting go too soon under that silent silver moon. Echoes of her laugh in the shadows that it casts. This lonely heart just rides where the wagon cries. We had a cabin built of hope on a gravel road so fine. Her scarf still on the porch sways like she's still mine. But time like dust flew fast and the rain fell hard and cold. Now the path to what was home, just a memory grown old. A wagon cries in the wind like it mourns the love we'd been, holding on to the ghost of her whisper soft and close. In the creaks of aged wood lies the tale of what stood
this wandering soul abides with a wagon cries. Oh, these plains stretch wide and the nights talk back, telling tales of the scarf, the oak and the shack, and every star a story, every breeze her sigh, on these endless roads where old lovers lie. Wagon cries in the wind, now it's just my weathered skin, feeling every crack and moan of a heart that's turned to stone. Yet this love won't cease, like the oak it finds its peace, where the wild lands stretch wide. Under starry skies I ride, with a wagon cries. Oh, the wagon cries.
There's an old oak standing by the porch of gray, where we carved our names in the wood of its heart that day. The shadow it casts, long as my memories of a scarf left swaying in the gentle breeze. Abandoned ranch, where did you go? Your empty rooms echo songs of long ago. Now only the wind whispers through the hall, beneath the fading picture still hanging on the wall. Gone are the lights in the cabin's dim glow, gravel roads wear a blanket of untrodden snow. That trail we walk now overgrown and lost, like the dreams we shared to hide the cost. Abandoned ranch, where did you go? Your empty rooms echo songs of long ago. Now only the wind whispers through the hall, beneath the fading picture still hanging on the wall. I ride these lands under the vast mournful skies, searching for a ghost in every sunset's demise. The dust kicks up like my unsettled heart, riding away and never truly apart. Abandoned ranch, I'll keep riding this lonely way, a silhouette against the sky at the end of the day. But in every whispered wind and the eagle's lonely call, I'll remember the love, the greatest find and the hardest fall. shadow of the oak, where the wild blue bonnets grow, I first saw her silhouette in the glow of a fading gold. We carved our dreams in the bar, a promise soft and profound. Now nothing but silent whispers and unspoken words tied down. Oh, how the winds carry her laughter across the barren plains, the duster's memories under skies that promise rain. Each sunset bleeds like the love that we found, lost in echoes of what was, those unspoken words tied down. Years stretch like the gravel roads that went through quiet towns. The porch still creaks, the door still moans, in a cabin withered and brown. Her scarf still hangs on the oak, but her shadow nowhere to be found. Just a rider and his lonesome heart, with a past too tightly wound. Oh, how the winds carry her laughter across the barren plains, the duster's memories under skies that promise rain. Each sunset bleeds like the love that we found, lost in echoes of what was, those unspoken words tied down. Searching for the warmth of a sun that set on a whim. Maybe these trails are just meant to be alone. A cowboy's soul forever wandering, forever unknown. So I whisper to the wind, with a heart that refuses to mend. Take these unspoken words, let them fade where they may tend. For every sunset knows the tears I've drowned in the silence of the plains, with my unspoken words tied down. Yeah, the silence of the plains keeps my unspoken words tied down. Out by the old split rail, where the wildflowers grow, I carved our names in the oak, in the soft morning glow. The years rush like the creek, where we first found our dreams, under that blue prairie sky, where the eagle still screams. These lands hold the whispers of your laughter so dear, on that rugged old porch, sipping sweet summer beer. The fence echoes your name, the winds of the past, each knot and old nail, a memory that lasts. But the sun sets on even the deepest blue eyes, and the night covers all but the loneliest cries. I reach through the shadows where your loved one stands, where the thistle and thread of my heart had its chance. Time wore down the saddle, where we rode side by side. Now it hangs in the barn, a relic of strife. The town feels too quiet, the tavern's too cold, ghosts walk the streets where our future was sold. Your scarf in my pocket, a fragment of grace as the winter draws in, erasing the trace. The fence echoes your name in the winds of the past, each knot and old nail, a memory that lasts. But the sun sets on eve in the deepest blue eyes, and the night covers all but the loneliest cries. I search for your shadow in every new dawn, but like dust through my fingers, you're always just gone. On this gravel road journey beneath vast starry skies, I've learned that every cowboy must accept his goodbyes. But in the silence that follows the closing of doors, I still listen for you in the wind on the moors. The fence echoes your name like a haunting old tune under the watch of the moon. I'm still bound to you, yet the sun fades the letters where our young hearts once lay. In the dust of the trails I'll be finding my way, may the echo grow softer as I learn to let go of a love that was lost in the wild long ago.
Out where the oak tree shadows lay long on the ground, there's an old porch where laughter used to sound. A dusty trail leads right up to where we'd sit, talking dreams over the horizon, fireside lit. But now the saddle waits, empty by the door. No one to ride the gravel roads or walk the floor. The wind whispers through the willow like she's calling me home. But home's just a memory, and I'm out here alone. Time's gone by like the river cuts through stone. Old cabin's empty, vines overgrown. Where once her scarves would dance upon the breeze, now there's just the silence and a sky too clear to ease. The saddle waits, still dust settle in like rain. Each grain a moment, each moment a pain. Twilight cries in colors, her name across the plains. I'm holding on to shadows, all that remains. I've wandered far under sunsets that bleed and fade. Each step away a betrayal, every return too late. Maybe all we get are moments, not the dreams we chase. Love's a fleeting shadow, not a trophy in the race. So the saddle waits, my heart knows its place on the porch by the oak tree in her timeless grace. If letting go's the journey, then I'm lost on the trail. For in every dusty sunset, her whispers prevail. Yes, in every dusty sunset, her whispers prevail. In the shade of an ancient oak, I carved our names on a heart as wild as the creek where we met. Your scarf still fragrant with summer rain drapes over the old porch, whispers of silhouettes. Beneath the boughs, glass shattered sharp, memories like stars spilled dark and deep. Shattered glass fell apart just like the pauses in the dark. Each piece a story under moonlit skies. I walk these empty trails, my heart is barren as a land, with nothing but the wind to hear my cries. The cabin stands, but the laughter's gone. Dust dances alone where you once danced with me. Gravel roads stretch out like the lines of a sad old song, leading nowhere to towns where we used to be. Saddles worn and the echoes of your laughter grow faint. Our once blazing sun, now a dying embers glow. Shattered glass fell apart, scattering light and dark, mirroring a sky too vast, too blue, too stark. I roam these fading trails under the weight of past tales, silent as the shadows that embrace the dusk. Oh, but love in this vast whispering solitude, I found no peace, nor have I eluded your ghost. Every sunset bleeds into a lonesome prelude to nights spent searching for what I miss most. Boots grinding softly as I tread past our dreams. This trail may wind and my song may be mute, but your memory rides with me, split at the seam. Shattered glass, shattered heart, where the wild rivers part. I'll keep riding with you, forever lost in the dust.
You stepped off the train with dirt on your shoes. Sunlight kissed your hair like a sacred truth. The fields turned green just watching you smile. Even time slowed down for a while. You sang to the sheep, you danced in the rye, hung sheets in the wind like flags in the sky. The old oak bloomed, the bluebirds came, this wild land never felt the same. You were the spring of this land, my dear, turning silence into songs I could hear. Your laughter lit the river's bend, your touch could teach the frost to end. You made the wheat sway just to see you pass, put life in stone, turn mud to glass. This heart, this home, this rugged sand all bloom, 'cause you were the spring of this land. Painted the porch with sunflower hue, said a little color always pulls us through. You read by a lantern, sang in the rain, said pain was part of nature's game. But come one dusk, your eyes turned far. You whispered, I need to chase a star. I begged the sky to hold you tight, but spring don't stay past April's light. You were the spring of this land, my love, a prayer sent down from skies above. The cattle stood still when you passed by, even coyotes washed with softer eyes. Now every bloom feels out of place, like they've all lost your warm embrace. The wind still tries to understand why it weeps where once blew the spring of this land. Soil remembers where you knelt, the barn still holds the warmth you felt. And though the seasons come and go, the heart knows what the land won't show. You were the spring of this land, it's true, and nothing's bloomed the same since you. I water flowers, they don't respond. I sing alone by the lily pond. The bees still buzz, the clouds still roam, but this ain't love, just overgrown. You left your name in dirt and sand. Forever the spring of this land. I ain't the kind to beg or stay. If the fire dies, right away I gave you love like open land, but you wanted fences. Not a man, I lit your sky with cowboy dreams. You tried to cage my wild, it seems, but hearts like mine don't wear no chain. We burn, we bleed, but never tame. I ain't born to break. Mistake my silence for shame. I'd rather lose than fake. The soul ain't built for blame. If you wanted someone to change, you should have found a different name. I'm not yours to bend or take, darling. I ain't born to break. Kissed me like you meant goodbye, and thought I'd crawl too numb to try. But girl, I come from thunder roads where pride runs deep, and rivers know that freedom costs a heavy price. But I'll pay twice before I lie, so keep your tears in clever lines. I'll keep my boots, my smoke, my spine. I ain't born to break. Take my heart for weak. I've walked through worse than this. my cheeks. If you want it easy wins, go find a man who lives in skin that don't scar or crack or shake. But me, I ain't born to break. So write me off, call me stone, but I'd rather stand out here alone than ever bow to a love that takes more than it ever tries to make. I ain't born to break. Don't you dare confuse my pain with some weakness in my name. I got thunder in my veins. I'm the storm that rides at dawn, the last chord in your goodbye song. You left, and baby, that's your state. But me, hell no, I ain't born to break.
In the shadow of the oak where whispers hang on to the breeze, I carved our names inside a heart, and still I see it with ease. Your scarf, it danced a wild red against the prairie's dust, on the porch where we lay watching stars and dreams we used to trust. Those boots walked away down a road of gravel gray, left nothing but the echo of your laugh in the fray. Sunset bleeds just like my heart over trails where we'd roam. Boots walked away and my heart lost its home. The cabin by the ridge stands empty, like the void inside my chest. Rain taps on the window in rhythm with my unrest. The saddle hangs untouched neath that old weathered barn's decay. Every creak in the wooden boards echoes words we didn't say. Those boots walked away with every dream I dared to lay underneath that endless sky where our wild spirits play. Sunset bleeds just like my heart over lands where silence swells. Boots walked away, left me nothing but farewells. Oh, how the wind carries your voice across the canyon's cry, telling tales of what was ours. I'm the lone shadow walking where our laughter once filled the air, holding on to the ghost of you, wondering if you still care. Still those boots walked away down paths old and worn, leaving me with memories in the dust they have borne. Sunset bleeds just like my heart over roads that lead astray. Boots walked away, love's a price too steep to pay. Boots walked away, and the echoes, they still stay.
out where the river bends under the oak shade. We carved our names in the bark, a promise softly made. Beneath the sky white and blue, your laughter was my clothes. Now only whispers linger where once sweet words you spoke. The cabin by the path where the sun would gently hold now stands untouched, abandoned, the canyon turned cold. Oh, how the wind cries through the hollow, empty space. Echoes of your footsteps that time cannot erase. The stars up above like the tears I've never shown. Guide me through these shadows on this journey all alone. Once this heart was sheltered by your love's untold gold, and I'm just a whisper where the canyon turned cold. The saddle hangs dusty, the horse long since gone. Like the dreams we once rode on from dusk till dawn. That old porch where we sat now creaks under the weight of memories fading like the light when day meets night's fade. Your scarf caught on the fence post, still fluttering bold. A flag of surrender to the grief I've yet to hold. Oh, how the wind cries through the hollow, empty space. Echoes of your footsteps that time cannot erase. The stars up above like the tears I've never shown. Guide me through these shadows on this journey all alone. Once this heart was sheltered by your love's untold gold. Now I'm just a whisper where the canyon turned cold. Sometimes in the silence, the gravel roadside, and I swear it's your voice 'neath the moon's watchful eyes. The daylight comes stealing all the night's gentle grace, leaving just the traces of your once familiar face.
cries through the hollow, empty space. Echoes of your footsteps that time cannot erase. The stars up above like the tears I've never shown. Guide me through these shadows on this journey all alone. Was it just a whisper or your call returning home? Here in the silence where the canyon turned cold, the trail fades away under time's relentless mold. A story untold where the canyon turned cold.
In the shadow of the old oak tree, where our names were carved for eternity, the sunset bleeds through skies like a wound, where once our love under starlit tunes danced on whispers of the prairie wind. In that quiet town where my dreams had been, and the dust walked away with my heart in its shoes, down gravel roads under twilight's bruise. Every step on that trail where we used to lay echoes a song of the love that strayed, as the silence screams under moon's cold sway. Darling, the dust walked away. Now the porch swings empty, the laughter gone. Old cabins' windows face the dawn alone, where we sipped on summer like it never ended. Now only raindrops come to attend. Your scarf still hangs on the cedar frame, a testament to love and its fleeting claim. And the dust walked away with my heart in its shoes, down gravel roads where memories bruise. Every step on that trail where we used to lay whispers goodbye to the dreams that decay, as the stars hide away in the sky's gray fray. Darling, the dust walked away. By the creek where the willows mourn, I understand now I must be reborn. Though the tracks I make stir dust of the lost, in the heart's quiet echo I count the cost. Yes, the dust walked away with my sorrows in tow, across lonely plains where the cold winds blow. Every step on that path where our love once lay marks a chapter of past in the dusk's gentle sway, as the world turns to gold at the end of the day. Darling, forever the dust walked away. On the edge of Laramie, where the oaks grow wide and tall, found a cabin, walls of whispers in the shadows of the fall. She laughed under the porch light, scarf dancing with the breeze, her smile like a secret that brought me to my knees. But her smile hides like the sun behind the storm. In her eyes a quiet sorrow, a heart torn. Every sunset paints her shadow on the trail she used to roam. And her smile hides a love that never found its home. Years have turned the roads worn down, gravel turned to dust. That old porch now silent, boards giving way to rust. Oak leaves whisper stories in the winds of passing time, of the girl with eyes like fire and the boy she left behind. Her smile hides like the moon behind the cloud. In her laugh a longing buried, never loud. Now the cabin's empty echo plays the tune of faded dreams, where her smile hides and nothing's as it seems. Underneath the starlit expanse I replay our lost chance, as the prairie calls me forth with a whisper akin to lore. In the fabric of the land I now understand, love's a wild untamed horse running its course. Her smile hides beneath the endless drifting skies. In her grace a solitude that never dies. Every trail I wander, every dusty road I roam, brings me back to her smile, a love that never found its home. And in the quiet of the dawn, before the world wakes to move on, her smile hides in the heart of a cowboy forever drawn.
In the shadow of the oak where the wild rivers meet, I found your scarf, a relic soft and sweet. It was tangled in the branches, dancing with the breeze, like it was waiting there just begging me, please. Oh, scarf forgot in the wind, you whisper her name. Underneath this boundless burnished sky of flame, every thread of memory, every stain or tear lost in the echoes of our yesteryears. Those gravel roads we roamed have overgrown with time. Cabin's empty echoes our laughter once sublime. Your absence fills the prairie as wide as skies are vast. In the saddle I ride, haunted by the past. Oh, scarf forgot in the wind, you whisper her name. Underneath this twilight sky, soft as sorrow, wild as flame. Every thread of memory, every stain a tear lost in the echoes of our yesteryears. the porch I stand where we'd watch the setting sun. Fading trails like our dreams tell of battles never won. But in this quiet place I feel you close though we're apart. Your scarf, a token of the love that fills my heart. Oh, scarf forgot on this lonely, dusty rise. I'll keep you close, a treasure for my weary eyes. Every thread of promise, every stain a part of me. Here in the silence where I hold you endlessly. In the chill of the dusk I wear your scarf, embrace the cold. A cowboy lonesome in the tale that's left untold.
On a cold morning road through dusty trails of sage, where the oak by the river marks the age. Once we danced under stars without no care, your laughter, a melody in the air. But the stars fade like memories worn and thin, and that cold morning wind whispers of sin. Lost love's a shadow on these plains so vast. In the heart of a cowboy nothing lasts. The cabin stands empty on the gravel road, the porch where we swore our forever code. But time's cruel hand tore your scarf from my grasp. Now it's just me and the moonlight to clasp. Yes, the stars fade like memories worn and thin, and that cold morning wind whispers of sin. Lost love's a shadow on these plains so vast. In the heart of a cowboy nothing lasts. On that porch I see us in the setting sun. Dreams like wild horses I never outrun. Your echo in the canyon like a rain-soaked kiss. Oh, what foolish hearts birth sorrows like this. So the stars keep fading, night's curtain drawn, and that cold morning wind keeps riding on. But the ghost of your whisper on the breeze always past. In the heart of this cowboy some things too deep to outlast. Riding on under these skies so vast, love like the wind. Through my fingers it passed.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once carved deep, the wind whispers secrets that old wood can't keep. Underneath the half-lit moon, near the creek where we met, lies a worn-out saddle, ain't no rider been said. Oh, the fading light shut the door on what used to be. Gravel roads and porch lights fading out to sea. Your scarf still hangs on the hook beside my worn-out hat. In the silence after sunset, only memories come back. Now the townsfolk seldom speak the love that we had. Like a rain-washed inscription, something good turned to sad. Cabins empty where laughter danced through open doors. Now it's just a hollow echo on those dusty wooden floors. Yes, the fading light shut the door on what used to be. Gravel roads and porch lights fading out to sea. Your scarf still hangs on the hook beside my worn-out hat. In the silence after sunset, only memories come back. By the riverside, I let the currents take your song. It's in the wild lands we wandered that my heart still roams along. As the stars up above start to mimic our old fire, I realize some doors that close fuel a never-ending pyre. And the fading lights shut the door, but oh, in dreams you're never far. Echoes of hoofbeats and heartbeats beneath the same old stars. Still your scarf and that old hook, where past and present meet. In the quiet night, the ghost of you is the shadow next to me. As the night winds call, I know I can't reclaim or restore. For the fading light shut the door. Yes, the fading light shut the door. In the shadow of a pine, where the wildflowers sway, we etched our names in a heart deep in the grave. Underneath that tree, on a bed of fallen leaves, promises were whispered as the dusk clung to our sleeves. Oh, the pine tree walked away with the north wind's mournful cries, left me standing alone where our old love lies. The sunset paints the skies, but all the colors turn to gray. Ever since that pine and you walked away. Years have rolled like rivers neath the moon's watchful gaze. Old porch creaks alone, reminiscing better days. The saddle hangs untouched, dust gathers on its skin, a testament to rides and the trails we wander in. Oh, the pine tree walked away with the north wind's mournful cries, left me standing alone where our old love lies. The sunset paints the
colors turned to gray. Ever since that pine and you walked away. The gravel road's still there, it leads to nowhere now. Echoes of your laughter are shadows in the plow. I tread that path in dreams, find the tree that knew our names, only to awake to the whispering ghost that remains. Oh, the pine tree walked away like the dreams that break a day. No more whispers in the leaves, no more words left to say. And as the stars appear, I feel the night reclaim the place where once a pine and love knew my name.